Alright, you lot, how's it going? So, it's constantly raining at the moment here in England, where I am. Constantly raining. In fact, heavily raining. I went out for a bike ride earlier on and got absolutely drenched, so I won't be doing that again. Well, maybe I will. I quite enjoyed it. But I wanted to take my truggy out and have a bit of a run with it. But I'm not really one of those people that goes out in the rain and you know, runs in the rain. So I thought instead we could do a little bit of maintenance. So this is my battery that I use in the starter box. Needs to be put on a storage charge really, because I charged it up, ready for a shreddy as they say. But I won't be doing that today. So let's have a look at this. We've got a bit of a thing with this exhaust. Now, the gasket that goes between the manifold and the pipe, I think has seen better days. So while we're here, bit of maintenance. Let's change that gasket to start with. And then once we've done that, we can have a look to see if there's anything else that needs to be maintained. The air filter should be alright. I don't think I've got to re-oil that. That seems perfectly fine. Yeah, there's plenty of bloody oil on that. Now, we'll have a look at something. Let's do the exhaust first, and then we'll move on and see what else we've got to do. Now, if the truth be told, I don't really know if there's even a gasket. There might not even be a gasket on there, to be honest. But we'll find out. Oh, that's the wrong one. Blimey. Let's undo. We've got to undo the little jam sandwich that goes in here. That's another wrong one. How the hell did I manage that? Picked up the wrong one twice. That's probably the right one. There we go. Let's undo this little grub screw, and then we can take these springs off. I don't want to take the manifold off again, because that was a bloody pain in the arse to get those springs. It's going to be another pain in the arse to get them springs off. You watch. You bloody watch. Let's try these pliers. I need pliers that go right to the very end. There we go. I have got some new springs, but I don't know if I'm going to put them on. Ah ha ha! Perfect. That's been lost. Listen, you lot know me by now. The clumsiest person ever to walk near an RC car. That's me, you know. That is me. The clumsiest person to ever walk near an RC car. I know you can't see a lot because of the bloody Jiminy Cricket there. Right, let me try a different approach here. What we might end up doing, getting one of these here, one of these screwdrivers. I did have a little screwdriver that's quite pointed. I don't know what's happened to it. Let's try this one. It's not the one I was after, but it might work. And then we can see what goes on here. I keep meaning to get one of the little, it's like a little pointed, that's never going to work. It's like a little pointed hook thing. And it's for getting the springs off. But listen, I'm not in the business of buying new stuff. That's just not for me. Right, there's this. So we have got bloody. Have you seen that? What in the world is that all about? Well, that wouldn't have been doing a lot of good, was it? That might have been why it. Well, listen, the last time I ran this, it was running sweet, but it was a bit dicky now and again. And that could well be why that wasn't running very well, because that will be impeding the exhaust flow. Definitely will be impeding the exhaust flow. There is no doubt about it. You know? That's restricting that. Looks like a bloody arsehole. It's gone like that because it's melted and as it's melted, it's kind of just gone in. So that would have been restricted. So now it'll run even better without it. Not without it, but with a new one, sorry. Not without it. It can't run without it because it will leak. So I've got some in here. I don't know if these are going to fit. If not, I've got some other ones as well. But we can try one of these. If this doesn't fit, I've got other ones. I've got different colours as well. I've got yellow ones, blue ones. I think I've got red ones. I think I've got a green one, but this is a black one. So there we go. That goes on there nicely. That's made me chuckle, that has. That's funny, man. I know some of you probably won't find that as funny as I have, but listen. You only get one life. Laugh, man. Bloody laugh. If you don't laugh, you're boring. Right. Put that on there. There we go. That's going to have a lovely seal now. All I've got to do is get that spring on. And as I said before, I don't want to take the manifold off again because these big exhaust springs here were a pain because I haven't got the right tools and I just use pliers. I know you're all going to shout at me and all that kind of stuff, but that's just me. I always just make do with what I've got, you know. A lot of people buy stuff and do this and that, but I just use what I've got and make things work. It's as simple as that. I don't like to spend any money unless I really have to. And for the most part, pliers do work. So let me find that one that pinged off. I don't know where it went. Did any of you see where it went? If you saw where it went, please tell me, but I don't know where it went. So I've got to find that one that pinged off. If not, I'm going to have to go and have a look in my drawer for a new one. Because I know I've got a couple of new ones somewhere. Well, I did have a couple of new ones. I think there might be an exhaust spring in here. This is my trusty drawer of nuts and bolts, but the last time I was rummaging around in here, I'm pretty sure I saw a spring for an exhaust, a little spring. Right. I'll be back in a minute. I don't want to bore you to death any more than you already are. Oh, there's one. Got one. Don't need to. There's one. Got one there, look. I knew I see one in here. I knew it, I see one. And then you watch, I'll put this on and then I'll find the other one that pinged off. It went over there somewhere. It didn't go far, did it? It went ping. Right, so that goes... Where does this one go? Oh, it goes just down there, doesn't it? There you go. Slightly different design, so it looks a bit different, but listen, it'll do the job. And that's what matters. As long as it does the job. There we go. Now we can put that back down there. Like that. Do that little grub screw up. There we go. So now we've got new manifold gasket there that I done last time. New springs holding that together. Nova springs, so they're good quality springs. And now we've got one new spring which is a bit weaker than the others. But we've got a brand new gasket there. Because this one had gone like that. It obviously slipped off, hadn't it? You know, when that was put together. Because I never... Well, I got this exhaust pipe from a subscriber. They sent it to me years ago now. And I've not used this one yet. I've got the JP6 one, but I haven't used this JP2. And anyway, so it was the last person that put it together, and I've just put it on here. So I should have checked the gasket, but I didn't. And that's how it was. Some people had mentioned that you couldn't see, because look, as you can see on the black one there, you can see the little ridge there. Some people had said, I don't think you've got a gasket there, I can't see it. Well, I didn't really care whether there was a gasket there or not, but it would appear that there was a gasket, but the reason you couldn't see it was because it slipped down. Yeah, little arsehole there. That's made me chuckle. I don't know, perhaps I've just got a dirty mind. Right, what other things should we be checking on our truggies and buggies and things like that for maintenance? Well, it's quite important to check your engine bolts because they have a very bad habit of coming loose. So it's a bit annoying with the springs in the way there, but you can still get, oh maybe not, you can, for the most part you can get a grip on them. But if you've got an Allen key, which is the bent type, put that on there, you know, make sure they're all right, and you can spin it round and obviously do the other side. Make sure they're nice and tight, because if they come loose, your engine will come loose, and then you run the chance of stripping out a spur or a clutch bell. But that being said, on these usually they're hard and still, so that doesn't really happen. They just kind of move away and then you don't get any drive. That's the lucky part of it. You know, that's too big for that. And then we can spin it over. Put that over there. Spin this over. And we just check the mounting bolts to make sure they're all right. These are just things that I do, you know. Now and again, that one was a little bit loose. That one's stripped out, so we'll leave that one. That one's extremely loose, but the threads are stripped, so we'll ignore that. That one's alright. That one's alright. So you just got to go over them all. Now and again, I very rarely do this, but now and again I do. They're all alright. All the ones that are stripped, ignore. All the ones that have got rounded heads, ignore. And the ones that you can actually do up and tighten, do exactly that. And you'll have a happy time then, you know. Everything will be fine. So once we've done that, oh look. A free stone from the last time I ran it. Happy days. I'm well happy with that. I'll put that in the garden. Really, I should take that LiPo receiver battery out and stick it on a storage charge, but I'm not going to because I don't want to. It goes that way around. You should check your servo bolts to make sure they're still tight, but other than that, not really a lot to do. What you can do with your engine is really, if we're strictly speaking, again it's something that I very rarely do. It's more of a do as I say, not do as I do kind of scenario. But you can, I'll just give that a little bit of a clean on my sleeve there. Oh, that's perfect now, look at that. You can stick a little bit of oil down there. You know, you can get after run oil, different brands, different types. Stick a little bit of that down there, and you know you should do that really after you've ran it. That's, you know, that's the thing to do. Do it after you've ran it. See, the thing is, this engine's got absolutely no pinch on it whatsoever, but it runs like a dream. It's amazing, really. I mean, I can just turn that over freely. There's nothing there. There's no pinch at all. But it runs wonderfully. It runs amazingly. Anyway, I know some of you are going to say, it doesn't run, but it does. It's bloody powerful and all. So, stick a little bit of after on oil down there, and that keeps the liner and the piston nicely oiled up for the next time you run it. You just got to remember you did put that down there, because you might wonder why next time it's a bit stiff. Because it's full of oil, that's why. So yeah, there we go. Little bit of maintenance. Now we've got a wonderful truggy ready for the next time we run it. With any luck, hopefully it'll stop raining soon. I'll tell you something, I can't wait. I don't like to wish my life away, and I don't like to wish time away, yeah, because it's a precious, precious thing. But I can't wait for spring and summer to turn up. No rain, or little rain, nice hot weather, but the most thing is everything stays dry, because in the winter everything just stays wet, you know. I don't mind the temperature. The coldness ain't the end of the world, you know. I can deal with the temperature. I do like it when it's warm, but I can deal with, you know, if it was cold but not wet and didn't rain a lot, but it was just cold, alright, fair enough. happy days, let's have a winter all the time. But it's the wet, everything's wet. Don't like it. Because, you know, you go out and you take your car out or you do something, you know, and everything gets covered in mud. But there we go. I'm bloody happy and I'm excited. I want you to put in the comments, have you got a Mugen? Have you got one of these specific MBX6Ts? That's the one. I always say MTX. I have to force myself to say MBX. Have you got one of these? Look, I think it's even on the shell, look. MBX6T. If you've got one, do you like it? And what engine have you got in it? What pipe have you got? Oh, I was going to find that pipe, wasn't I? Let me go and find that pipe. I'll show you what it was. Well, if I'm honest with you, I don't know what I've done with it. I don't know what I've done with that pipe I took off of it. I've looked everywhere. I've looked in here. I've got this one, but I don't think this was the one I took off of it. I've mixed them all up now. I don't know what one it was. But apparently the one I took off of it was a Reds pipe and it had Reds like stamped on it. But this hasn't got a dicky bird on it. I don't think it's this one. I've got several pipes. Look, I've got a little drawer down and I've got a few pipes in it, but I can't remember what one I took off of this when I put the JP2 on it. What did I do with it? Oops. What did I do with it? I don't know whether this is it or not. The only way I could really find out would be to go back and look at the videos of when I took this out of the box after I bought it. And that would tell me whether this is the pipe. Because I'll be able to tell by how it looks. Because I haven't cleaned it or done anything to it. I can't see any branding at all. Nothing. Not a dicky bird on there. Look, you look yourselves. There's no dicky bird on there at all. So I don't know if this is the pipe or not. But no, I don't think it is, if I'm honest. Oh, it must be somewhere. It must be somewhere. I don't know where I would have put it. Anyway, that's for that's for another day. Right, Truggy maintenance, happy days. If you've got any questions about Nitro car maintenance, because what I like to do, another thing, I've got like a series, and that's aimed at beginners, Nitro RC, you know, Nitro beginners, people who want to get into Nitro but they don't know anything about it, so they want to learn. So, pardon me, I have got a series on here of everything dedicated to people like that, yeah, so they can learn, hopefully. This video isn't really dedicated, this video is just for fun, but if there's any questions regarding the maintenance of a Nitro car that you've got, put them in the comments and I'll collect them all up, write all the questions down, and I'll make a video with all the answers, everything you need to know about maintenance if you're a Nitro beginner. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, you lot. Remember to be nice to each other, be nice to other people, particularly strangers. First impressions is extremely important. I'll see you later.